Okay, there we go. Hello, my name is Matthew Thomas. I'm the CEO of Swyft Robotics.
Can you answer chat questions?
Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Julio. I'm the Director of Mechanical Engineering at Swyft Robotics.
And today I am super excited to share what we've been working on for the past 6 months. It's an entire new product line for FTC teams this year. So what is Swyft Robotics? Most of you guys have probably never heard of us, but we've actually been around for more than 5 years now. We've mostly been a parts supplier for FRC teams. Some of our main products are CNC machines, bearings, shaft collars, belts, those types of things. But this year, the change is that we are now making parts for FTC teams. So we have a bunch of new products here that we'd like to showcase to FTC teams. But one big caveat is that a lot of the products I'm about to show you are still at least partially in development, and the final production model might change a little bit. So look at the website for the final production model when it comes out. So the first thing I want to show you is Swyft Drive. Now, this is the most compact drive system ever made for FTC robots. So what is exactly Swyft Drive? It integrates 3 things into an incredibly small package: a go-go mechanism wheel, a never rest motor, and a super robust 12.7-to-1 all metal gearbox. It's more than 93% efficient, and we are super excited about our flagship FTC product this year. This is a quick little promotion we made. Full screen. Yeah. Next slide. Okay, so that was pretty cool. So the question now is, how do you use Swyft Drive in a robot? So on the left side of your screen, this is an example 16-inch by 16-inch robot that you might commonly see in FTC. The thing that is not common about this is how little space the drive modules take up, and therefore how much space you have for other things in your robot. Like, just look at the tiny amount of space that these things take up. And what it also allows you to do is make tiny robots. So if you go to the extreme of this, you can see the sample drivetrain on the right side. You can get down to like 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches by using these drive modules. Now, do I recommend you go this small? Probably not, but it is pretty funny that you go that small. Okay, so how does Swyft Drive work? The photo on the right is with the cap plate removed. You can see some of the internal gears. So there's a 12-tooth pinion on the output shaft right in the middle. It's tiny, and that drives a plant gear and then a ring gear, which is attached to the wheel. We also have a cross-section view, which you can just see how the cool thing about Swyft Drive is how you mount it. So, unlike other drive systems, Swyft Drive acts like a standoff. There are M4 tapped holes on this front face, and also M4 tapped holes on this back face. So mounting it to basically any single system is extremely easy. So that was Swyft Drive, our flagship product. We're super excited about this. We also have some other things to talk about.
Moving on to some other products, I want to talk about the Swyft Ranger distance sensor. It uses LiDAR technology, which basically shoots out a small laser from the sensor and measures the amount of time it takes for that laser to return after being reflected off of the surface. Some key features of this product is that it boasts a reliable analog output. There's no I2C bus, which means that there are less connectors, less failure points, and less headaches. And it's also less prone to the effects of static electricity. It also boasts a 12-foot max range and millimeter resolution, which means that it is a effective distance sensor in almost every application you could think of using a distance sensor for in FTC. I just want to show off a quick promotional video we made for this product as well.
I don't know what else is on. I have sound. Oh, really? It's fine. It's fine.
Moving on to some more features. The Swyft Ranger boasts 4 different modes, 3 of which are distinct ranging modes. There's a mechanical switch shown by the arrow that lets you configure this device into any of those 4 modes, with the distinct ranging modes varying from short, medium, and long. Short is a very effective distance detection mode at looking at game object detection. Let's say you're trying to pick up an element and trying to manipulate it within your robot. This mode is perfect for that. The medium mode is standard and shipped out of the box, and it is effective at a wide range of applications. And the long range lets you get distance data from much further away, with a wider field of view, with the only downside being the slower update speed for that. And the 4th and final mode is the detect mode, which lets the device turn from a distance sensor to an effective limit switch. And I'll be talking over this demo video as explaining what's happening. Essentially what we're doing is we're using that plate you can see on the left video to configure the distance sensor to detect and trigger at a specific distance. So you could have seen by the green LED, the plate is being moved back and forth, and it is only being detecting within a certain range. And what's cool about that is you can set the upper and lower bounds for that detection, so it's highly configurable. Next slide, please. Okay. Just to recap this product, it boasts a reliable analog output. We stress tested this thing. It is virtually indestructible. It has a 12-foot range, max range with millimeter resolution, with 3 distinct ranging modes and the final detect mode.
Okay, next I want to showcase the other big FTC mechanical solution we have. And that is Swyft slides. So what are Swyft slides? They are aluminum door slides. You might think they look a lot like Masumi slides, and you'd be correct. But they're not exactly the same as Masumi. They have a bunch of key features that make them very distinct. Real quick, I'm going to show you how smooth these things are. So all I'm doing here is slightly rotating my hands. You can see by me just slightly moving my hands, Swyft slide starts to extend. It is so incredibly smooth. I just having a slight little rotation of my hands already causes it to extend. It is the smoothest slides on the market. They also come in 2 different varieties: a 350 millimeter, this is if you want to extend longer distances, and a 250 millimeter, this is if you need a more compact slide in your robot. One of the other cool features is that it has a whole bunch of holes on each side, which makes it easy to mount to a Gobildo or a bed or any other plate you want. We also have a pretty cool video for this one too. So I love 3D product animations, they're pretty cool. Okay, so as you can see, we don't just sell slides by themselves, but we sell them in an entire kit. So this entire kit comes with 3 slides, either the shorter or the longer type of slides, and it is driven by a GT2 belt. It is an incredibly smooth drive kit, and one of the other features I like to say about this kit is that it is ultra configurable. So what do I mean by ultra configurable? Let's go on to the next slide and I can show you one of the ways you can configure it. So the biggest part of any linear motion kit is where do you mount the motor? The entire kit is a really low profile except for the motor. The motor takes up a lot of space. So with the Swyft slide elevator kit, you can mount the motor not only on the back, which you see here, but also on the bottom, anywhere along the bottom rail, which makes it a lot easier to fit these into your super space limited FTC robots. One of the other ways you can configure Swyft slide is where you mount these end pulleys. So these end pulleys determine how much extension you get out of Swyft slide. So right now they're set up to be for maximum reach. So when you set up a maximum reach, they reach about that far, pretty far. But you can also move the pulleys closer in to make them flush against the slides so they take up less space in your robot. And actually you have 6 different ways you can mount these pulleys so they are ultra configurable so it can fit vastly more robot designs. Okay, so one of the other cool things about Swyft slide is how they mount together. So unlike other elevator kits that have some type of insert or something like that, Swyft slides mount directly to each other. So you have solid aluminum on aluminum contact, which makes an extremely stable elevator. More than just that though, we have side plates on the side that clamp the slides together. This creates an elevator system where there is very little wobble compared to others, which is critical for FTC for maintaining efficiency, and also if you want to do some crazy autons, you have to have a precise linear motion system. So that was Swyft slide elevator kit.
Alright. Moving on to the secret of success in FTC, laser cutting. CO2 laser cutting, to be specific. I think this is one of the main differentiators between a good team in FTC and an amazing, exceptional team. The access to a machining method as great as laser cutting. Laser cutting is the king of rapid prototyping for 2D plates. The turnaround time is insane. You can have a full FTC robot's plates worth of plates ready within 15-20 minutes, as opposed to getting it outsourced or using a more traditional manufacturing method and having to wait up to a week or 2. There is a slightly high capital cost to owning a laser cutter, but it is worth it in the long run in terms of both time and money. Mostly just based on saving from outsourcing. Outsourcing may be cheaper and effective for one-off parts, but over a season's worth of designs, it gets very costly very quickly. Laser cutters are also super precise. You can design for press fits and snap fits and be satisfied with your end product. Once you experience zero post-processing with laser cutting, you can never go back. There's nothing like pulling a part off of a bed and it's ready to put on your laser cutters are also super easy to use. It's essentially just a 2D plotter. The software is super intuitive and it's plug and play. It's almost easier than a 3D printer in that sense. And it also ships from the United States. You can have one of these laser cutters in your shop within a week or 2.
What?
Excellent. We're pairing, along with our laser cutters, acetyl or Delrin sheets. Acetyl is the perfect material for FTC robots. And it is the primary material of choice for many of the North Texas top teams for the last several years. In these pictures, we have examples of robots and robot parts that we've made out of acetyl. And every single white plate you see in these 3 pictures is acetyl. Our general thought process is if it can be made to be acetyl, it will be acetyl.
Okay, And then for the last product I'm gonna showcase here today, it might not be as cool as some of the other ones, but I still think it's super important. So about 2 weeks ago, FTC released some new rules about you're now required to have what's called a robot sign on your robot. So essentially what this is you put your team numbers on either red or blue backing to signify what alliance you're part of. So these are brand new rules, and we wanted to make a kit for solving this problem. So what we decided on was we include a sticker sheet on the left side there and a 2mm ABS plate. That's this black plate here. I don't have the sticker sheet here today. And you can configure your team members by moving these small stickers to the final product over there. So you can make any team member out of this kit. So, and then how you switch your alliance color, you basically just switch the plate over and it changes your alliance color from red to blue. So it's super, super easy to change your alliance color. And the coolest part about this probably is that I'm proud to announce today that the Swyft FTC Robot Sidekick will be available to every single FTC team for free. We're giving this away to every team for free. There's 2 places you can get it. One of them is robotics.com. If you buy it through the website, teams do have to cover shipping. But we are also crossing our fingers going to have these at every North Texas kickoff. You can just pick them up at the kickoff events, absolutely for free. What's included is you get 2 sticker sheets for these plates and some M3 screws to mount the plate. We're super excited about this product and to be able to support teams in North Texas and teams worldwide. Yeah, but the big caveat of the kickoff is if we get our shipment in time, and international shipping needs to be wonky. But yeah. This So that's our product line for FTC. This year, we have a bunch more products that we're releasing for FRC later in the year. And just to give you some timeline on some things, most of these products will ship either right before kickoff or 1 week after kickoff. So we will have these in stock shipping from Dallas. So you guys should get some pretty fast shipping times here. And yeah, thank you guys very much for listening to this presentation. I am super stoked about our new product line and what we have in years to come. Yeah, just thank you all. Thank you to organizers. This is awesome.